All right. Here with reaction, host of The Briefing, Ed Henry. We also have the host of Newsline, Bianca De La Garza, plus Republican strategist Whitley Yates, back with us here on set. Ed, I'll start with you. Other than making Democrats look goofy, I'm not really sure what the point of this is and winning back voters they need for elections. What's going on here?
Well, that kind of sums up the Democrats' response to the last whooping they got in the election, the landslide victory for President Trump, right? They're lost. And so they keep coming up with the ideas that are more bizarre by the day, right? Yesterday it was they're going to spend $20 million to figure out how to speak to young men when Donald Trump is showing them for free if they just check out his True Social account. They don't need to spend $20 million. And I'd add that they already had a shadow cabinet, right? It was back in the Joe Biden days when his wife Jill and her chief of staff and everyone else, they seem to be running around. She's sitting at the cabinet table. Everybody's got a turn at the auto pen with pardons and executive orders. It's sort of funny, and it's also really deadly serious. And I think House Republicans are investigating all that, and they're going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I mean, Ed, that's exactly right. We did experience a shadow government with Joe Biden and his administration and all those who were a part of it, like Jill, maybe even Hunter was in charge. Who knows? But Bianca, your take on this piece and the Democrats' obsession with shadow government affairs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why don't they put in people like Eric Adams or RFK Jr.? Oh, wait, because President Trump has them in his cabinet. They have defected from the Democratic Party, Tulsi Gabbard, too. Well, I think this is sort of lame, but also like a fun parlor game. Like when you do this, maybe, you know, Kamala takes a shot. And speaking of Kamala, you know, she's out of work. Maybe put her at agriculture. She could talk about coconut trees or word salads. And you just mentioned Hunter. Hunter is out of work, too. What do you think? DEA?
I mean, he might have been running the government.
What did you say, Bianca? DEA? Yeah, he should head the DEA.
Wow. It's a joke.
Yes, good one.
He knows how it works, though, so he would be the perfect. It's like Catch Me If You Can with Leo DiCaprio. You know, they bring in his character to figure out the check fraud. He can figure out the DEA inside and out. Whitley, I want to get your take on this. Who on that list brings back voters to the Democrat Party? Because I don't think any of them do, and I'm not just saying that to trash them. I don't think anyone does.
Absolutely none of them. And this is from the party that says democracy dies in the darkness while trying to create a shadow cabinet. And let's call it what it is, right? It's really just a deep state dress rehearsal, because we know how the party operates and how Biden was able to utilize these types of actors when he was forgetting where he was, walking off stage and trying to sit down where there were no chairs. So this is how they actually operate. And the fact that they're saying the quiet part out loud should be alarming to everyone.
Yeah, certainly Mark Cuban is not luring any Republican women to his side with the
Anyone ever see the meme of Mark Cuban where he transitions on Instagram into Rachel Maddow?
No, I haven't seen that one. I missed it.
Hilarious.
It's pretty
my goodness.
But, I mean, in terms of the auto pen,
maybe they'll find a place for him and maybe Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, where does it stop? The Democrats clearly are floundering in disarray. The fact they have to cherry pick from celebrities, too, pretty sad state of affairs. We need real serious players like we just watched, I don't know, J.D. Vance and President Trump in 1 hour making serious decisions about the future, making America great again. Heck, Trump even said he'll make Harvard great again. And that is definitely saying something in the state of affairs we are seeing.
And I think overall, Ed, that it's the root policy that the Democrats hold. It's not resonating. So then, like you said, you pointed to the $20 million to figure out how to communicate with men, and now this shadow cabinet thing is they're trying these fringe strategies to figure out that their policy doesn't work with people. But that's really what it is.
It's forced. Yeah, to your point, it's forced. It's not authentic. And that's what defines Donald Trump, right? That he's authentic. You might not agree with everything he says, but he's going to be real with you. And he's going to govern, to Bianca's point, which is J.D. Vance is out there talking crypto policy. President's out there putting pressure on Vladimir Putin, getting serious about trying to bring peace to the war in Ukraine. And by the way, who knew that Bianca would give Nikki Glaser a run for her money as top comedian, talking about Kamala Harris for agriculture, coconut trees, word salad?
Bianca could handle Nikki Glaser.
I'm here all week, folks.
There
you go. Well,
Tip your weight,
Bianca, I vote you into the cabinet. Thank you so much for joining us. And Whitley, we'll see you again later in the hour.
We'll be their moles.
Yes,
Thanks,
exactly,
guys.
spies.